Alright guys, so we're just doing a little pre-season maintenance as we're fastly approaching the season of 2021, which by the way, if you guys want to see my lawn care setup for 2021, go check that video out. So I'm just doing a few things to get stuff ready. As you guys can see, we're going to be changing out all this, doing the tune-up kit. I've got air filters to change. I've got oil to change on that one. Also got oil to change on the push mower. This was the free mower that I got from the junk removal. So I don't think you've seen a really good entertaining video with this one yet, but you guys will know what I'm talking about after it's up. But anyways, I ended up actually breaking it, as you guys can see. I broke the pull string, or not the pull string, I guess you could say the safety string I broke. You know, the deal that keeps it running. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I'm going to call it the safety switch string. I broke, you know, pretty common break. They just wear out and deteriorate over time. Should be a cheap fix. I'll still be able to be underneath my $20 budget and flip this thing for 40, 50 bucks, maybe even more. But as I was saying, I've got air filters to change, clean this out. We're going to get everything all cleaned up. I want to make sure everything's running. The oil was already changed on this just before. Don't have to worry about that. However, I do still need to go get an oil filter for this, as well as I do believe I need an air filter. Maybe not. We'll check. We'll take a look at it. I might have to clean it. But after we change the oil, we're going to get it all greased up. There's a bunch of different grease zerks on it. And that's basically all I'm going to do to this mower for now. I do still need to replace the pull cord on it, but that'll happen maybe later in the season. I also have a tune-up kit for my PAS 225 we're going to change out. And then of course the last thing is to get fresh gas here. Get everything filled up and get it ready for the season. This is that first push to be motivated and get ready just before the season starts. It's just another few weeks away, so I'm getting excited. So just finishing up. I got the air filter already changed. I'm just tightening the spark plug. Don't make fun of me. I got gloves on. I don't want to get my hands all super dirty and greasy and oily today before I go back in the house and edit videos. Gonna make this a little snug here. This is actually the tool that came with my chainsaw over there, my steel chainsaw. It actually worked pretty well for the spark plug here. I think my spark plug socket's over there in the toolbox, but I just decided to grab this. It's just as quick. So let's install the boot, ignition coil. Now all that's left is the fuel filter on this baby. Just gonna try and get the fuel filter out. We're gonna try and fish this bad boy out without dumping all the fuel out of it. So I don't know how well this is gonna work. I did end up having to empty the gas out to make this easier, and I fabricated me a nice little hook shaft here to try and reach that, get it out. But I was able to get it after doing a little modification here. There you guys can see, I finally got it. Ooh-la. All this is just a little, it's the old nozzle I had for my spray tank over there that broke right off the handle. And I just bent it to make it work. Sometimes you just gotta improvise, adapt, and overcome situations. They make an actual tool that's specifically for doing this, but obviously I don't have it. Now I do need to invest in one. And now moving on to the PAS 225. Now this actually is the same weed eater where I had the oil leak, where it was leaking out of the exhaust there. You guys can go check that video out. Most of the PAS 225s or the SRM 225s have that problem. I know some other Echo models have that problem, but I know these are notorious for doing that. So go check that video out if you want to know how to fix that. Anyways, this is just a simple fix. My goodness, this needed to be done a long time ago, huh? That one looks much better. And of course, taking the spark plug out. How bad that looks. I mean, it's seen better days, right? I always like comparing them. It's way over time to change it. When you just look at it, it's like, yeah, it's not too bad. But then you look at it next to a fresh one, you're like, oh yeah, it should have been changed a long time ago, huh? The filter, I can actually use my finger and just reach in there and get that one out. That one actually doesn't look too bad, but we're going to change it anyway because we're already doing it, so why not? I do plan on cleaning the end of this off with that super purple or simple green or whatever it's called, the purple people eater stuff or whatever the hell it's called. I think it'll make a nice little oddly satisfying video anyways. The blower has not been done since I bought it, just like that blower, except for that blower was used and this one I bought brand new. So let's see what this one looks like. Actually doesn't look that bad. At least so far anyways. In terms of the air filter, I probably could have gone a little while longer without changing it, but we're going to change it anyways. Get it ready for the start of the season, start fresh. Alright, let's check the air filter on this one. Oh yeah. It will need to be cleaned at the least. Alright, so all I ended up doing was just taking that off and cleaning it out. I blew it all out real good with my air compressor there. That's just all we're going to do with it from now until the season gets going. Now that I know I'm probably going to keep this mower for a little while anyways, I'm probably going to go ahead and convert this to one of those canister air filters like that one has. If I even can on this model. I do believe I can, but we'll find out later on. But for now, this will do. Just a nice little clean out. It should at least get me through the start of the season. Alright, now that I got the air filter straightened out, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and replace the fuel filter on it, as I know it'll probably definitely need to get replaced, so we'll throw a new one on it while we're sitting here. Now's the part where I'm going to make a mess. Try to hold it so I don't make too big of a mess. Get my little faithful handy little grease rag under here. I probably should have went. There's a little bit of leakage. This is the part where I get gas in the eye. And we made a little bit of a mess. Or a lot of it. I turned the valve off, but it don't look like it's working. Alright, so now we're going to start this up and let it run for just a little bit. I do still need to change the spark plug on it, but I don't currently have one, so I'll have to get one, as well as an oil filter for it, and then we'll change the oil on it. But I'll wait until the season starts before I worry about that, because I don't plan on using this one too much. We're going to take a splash of this little ethanol-free gas here. We're going to put a little splash on all the equipment. We're going to start it up and let them run for just a little bit, a few minutes. And then we'll take our grease gun and make sure all the grease zerks are clean. And then we'll probably move over to this mode. Well, being as though we got a new air filter now, we're actually just going to take this one out and throw this one away. As you can see, it's not terrible bad because, as you guys know, I do clean this out throughout the season. Just about every day I blow it out. But we're just going to start fresh with a brand new one for the season, at least a brand new outer layer. The inner filter, we're just going to blow that out and clean the housing out real good. So the other thing I like to do, since we are over here on the zero turn, I like to check the belt, and this is the main deck belt. I like to look for any cracks or nicks or dry rot spots. There's actually a crack right here. I thought it was pretty good, but you guys can see that there. It's actually cracked pretty good. So this is coming on its, the last part of its life. And I like to just check over the whole belt, as much as I can see, just to see if there is any spots on there. I believe this right here is the only spot on the belt that I can see thus far. We're approaching 200 hours on it, and I talked to a few guys, and they say you can expect 200 hours on one belt. Luckily, I do have a brand new belt ready to go. We're going to keep it this mower at all times now. It'll stay in my truck because I'm going to either run that original belt that's on there pretty much until it breaks or until it's right about to break. Basically it. There's all my pre-season maintenance on all of my equipment anyway. All I've got left that I'm going to do, like I said, is change the fuel filter on that, but you guys already seen it on that one, and change the oil on that, but you guys have already seen plenty of that too. I'm actually going to level my deck on this. I'm going to make sure it's level anyways and change the blades out and put some fresh blades on it. And we're pretty much ready for the season. It'll be starting in just a few weeks. Let me know, are you guys ready for the season? Have y'all done all y'all's pre-maintenance? When do y'all do it? Do you do it before the season starts? Do you do it at the end of last season? Do you just do it in the middle of the winter time? Let me know when you guys do it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, y'all.